Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the Wesley LifeForce Suicide Memorial Day. We come here today from different parts of Australia to remember loved ones lost to suicide.
The Wesley LifeForce Memorial Service is an important event for us on our calendar. Currently we have the service operating in Sydney, Newcastle, Brisbane and in Adelaide. And it provides the opportunity for bereaved people to really spend some time in that grief in a safe and healthy way. Suicide grief is certainly a very unique type of grief, so we need to help support people in that grief and through that process to help them to work through that. We acknowledge as a service and as a community that the grieving process isn't a simple 1 year, 2 years and you'll be better, that it can take a long time. We have speakers that have lost someone 10 years ago that are still grieving and working through that grief process. And that opportunity of hearing those stories helps to provide the hope for other people that attend the service.
Losing my mother to suicide is a time of my life that will forever be the hardest, most emotional and tiring time. And yes, it has changed me forever. This loss is like no other. Unanswered questions and emotions continue to fill me 12 years on.
The Wesley LifeForce Memorial Wall is an important part of the event, but it's also an important tool that Wesley LifeForce use to encourage people to recognise and remember the people they have lost and the people they love. To have that wall at the service where people can place a photo of the person they love and have lost, where they can write a message of hope, and we get a lot of kids, children writing messages to their uncles, to their parents, to their brothers or sisters, and just that opportunity to share. It's a release for people. It's a way, an outlet for people to put something down of how they're feeling and what they're going through. The sunflower ceremony is another important part of the Wesley LifeForce service. It's not about what type of flower necessarily, but it's about that action of stopping to remember someone. The gesture of throwing the flower in the water is giving the bereaved the opportunity to recognise that they've got to let people go as well. The work that Wesley LifeForce is doing is helping to empower and resource the people that are working with the individuals, whether it's through our networks program in communities across the country, or whether it's through our training that we deliver to particular service providers, GPs, nurses, or whether it's to the community members that sit through our programs. It's about giving them the resources and empowering them to be able to do something about the issue. My job satisfaction really comes particularly at these memorial services where it is helping those people directly and that very face-to-face opportunity.